Hi everyone, welcome to week 8 of your PA215 course. This is your capstone course, which means you are almost to the end. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what to expect this week. This week is a little bit different compared to your previous weeks. This week you do not have a scenario to complete. Instead, what you're going to be doing is kind of thinking about all of the things that you've done in the last several classes as well as in the scenarios. And you're going to kind of discuss the pros and cons of different job opportunities and as well as what you might like to do as a job. And what this is going to kind of do is kind of give you some focus, give you some ideas of where exactly do you want to work? What do you want to do when you get done with this program, which is in just 2 short weeks? So what I would like for you to do is a couple of things. First of all, I would like for you to kind of go back over all of the different things that you've learned in some of these other textbooks. So specifically, if you look at the pharmacy technician principles and practice, it's going to talk about some of those different areas, some of the different things that you can do as a pharmacy technician. So, most of us are pretty familiar with what it's like to work in a retail setting. That's what you've been doing on a lot of your labs that you've been doing in this course. You've just been looking at some of those different, things that could happen in a retail setting. But what I want you to think about is, maybe outside of the box. What are some other things that you can do once you have your certification as a pharmacy technician? So kind of explore that, discuss those things when you are starting your discussion this week. Talk about what you like and what you don't like. Maybe you're really not a real people person. Maybe you really don't want to, have that one-on-one with the patient. You'd rather be behind the scenes and doing things there. And that's perfectly fine. We need people in all areas. So that's what I want you to think about. What areas do you think you would like to work in and why? So, obviously, I'm working in a pharmacy setting that is totally different than what most people do. I work obviously as an educator, but then I also work in the GPO world. So I spend a lot of time on the computer. I do a lot with pharmacy every single day, but I don't see anybody. I literally don't have contact with any people other than by phone occasionally. So lots of different opportunities out there. What you might also want to do is to go to some of the things like Career Builder and things like that and look at what job opportunities are out there that you might be interested in. So that's what you're going to be doing with your discussion this week. Now, instead of a scenario this week, you're all done with your scenario. So instead of the scenario, you are going to get started on working through your course project. And your course project coincides with this week's discussion. It's going to be preparing your resume and your cover letter for a position in pharmacy. So as you work on your resume and cover letter, keep in mind what your goals are. So, you don't want to make your resume in such a manner that, the type of job that you're looking for, you're not going to be able to achieve. So keep that in mind. A lot of times a resume is going to be focused on the type of job you're looking for, not necessarily what you already got. And there are rubrics for both the cover letter and the resume that you will find in this week's assignment link for the course project. You will want to make sure that you get both of those to me by the Thursday of week 10. That is when the course will close as far as that project goes, because I have to have my grades turned in. So make sure that you get both of those things turned in and completed. Also keep in mind that this isn't just for me. This resume is going to be also going to our career development folks to actually help you find a job. So it's not just for class. It's going to be used for a bigger purpose. And then finally, of course, you're going to have a quiz. So this week's quiz, again, I would make sure you have these 2 books handy as you're going through and taking the quiz. Again, this is going to be a lot like a PTCB test. It's got portions of things that you're going to find in your PTCB exam. So take it as if it were a PTCB test. You're going to go through and do the best you can with what's there. And then if you have to look things up, that's fine. But, try to answer the questions without looking them up. That's really the best way to do it. If you need anything as far as preparing for the quiz or getting started on your project, make sure that you reach out to me. Here's my contact information. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know and have a great week.